Hey everyone, it's Dr. Catherine Y. Brown. As you know, I am on a journey to capture 100 voices of the pulmonary hypertension community. I'm doing this work in honor of my late mother, Roberta Baines Wheeler, who advocated for pulmonary hypertension literally until the day she transitioned on November 5th, 2016. My journey has been amazing so far because I'm learning a lot and meeting some great new friends. In the PH community, everybody becomes a friend. Tonight, I'm excited to introduce you to Donna Ortiz. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I want to first just say thank you so much for agreeing to allow me to interview you and to share your story and your voice with people all around the world who will watch this video of us. So thank you again. I really appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you too. So it's mutual.
So when was the first time that you heard the words pulmonary hypertension?
Well, I worked in a cancer center, so I had heard it before I was diagnosed. I didn't really know what it was, but it was something that I had heard of. But like everyone else, you hear the word hypertension, but you don't know that it's what it is. I mean, when I was diagnosed, I wanted to say, okay, give me a pill, let's get this over with, but it wasn't quite that simple.
Absolutely. So what was the journey like towards your diagnosis? Were there signs and symptoms? Did you, feel bad, go in and get the correct diagnosis out the gate? What was the signs and symptoms? How long did you wait to follow up? Just paint the picture for us because people truly want to know and understand.
Yes. Well, I initially felt different at least 10 years ago. I was not officially diagnosed until 2014. And I had been having problems for a couple of years before that. And I had gone and done some testing. I went to a cardiologist and they did an echo and they said my heart was just fine. I had a really bad cough. And so they did a chest x-ray. And I never read the chest x-ray, but when I did, it said on there mildly enlarged right side of the heart, but it was like nothing, like it was just a skip over. So I just kept thinking that I was just seriously out of shape and overweight. And I was trying to exercise and I live at high altitude. So my body was battling me, and even getting into work was difficult for me.
So you said high altitude. Can you share with our viewers where you live at and what the altitude?
Sure. It's 5,000 feet. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
All right. So you were having some difficulty. What was the next steps like for you?
Well, actually, one of my doctors told me that I should see a pulmonologist, but maybe I was right. Maybe I was just, out of shape. So she said, you can wait or you can go see a pulmonologist. Well, I chose to wait. My bad. But so I didn't
wait.
I guess about 6 months or more.
Okay.
But it was really, I had really been sick for a couple of years and gone to this doctor and that doctor, and nobody could really tell me what it was. Just, when I would say, well, I know I'm overweight, they'd say, yeah, that's it. That's it. It wasn't. I realized that I'd always climb stairs for exercise. I couldn't, especially carrying things. I was so short of breath, and I noticed that my lips were blue, and I was just having a lot of issues. And my daughter and I decided to take a trip up to Santa Fe, which is only an hour away, but it's 2,000 feet higher than Albuquerque.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So we were up there and I felt so bad. Like my chest was hurting and I was gasping, and my daughter, Mom, this is not normal. I said, I know. I've been trying to get help for this. So as soon as I went back to work, I called my doctor, and they got me they did my O2 sat first walking. One of the nurses that I worked with said, have they ever checked you while you're walking? And I said, no. So they did. And my O2 went down to like 58 or something ridiculous like that.
Oh
And
Donna?
right. And this is the company that I worked for, that they were doctors. Okay. So why they didn't order me oxygen right that minute, I don't know, because they should have. But I went to see the pulmonologist about 3 weeks later. By that time, I was really sick. I did not feel good, but I was still working. I was still, dragging myself to work somehow. And I don't know. But anyway, so when I went to the pulmonologist, he was kind of a different sort of person. And when he told me that I had that he thought I had either pulmonary hypertension or pulmonary fibrosis. Well, I kind of knew what pulmonary fibrosis was. And I started getting tears in my eyes. And he said, oh, you're not going to be a crybaby, are you?
Goodness.
Like, yeah, probably I am. So anyway, I finally got the right heart cath, and I got to a cardiologist who really wasn't a pulmonary hypertension specialist. So she was treating me with the lowest. She said I only needed oxygen at night, and the lowest dose of some drug. It was just a calcium channel blocker. The name is escaping me right now. But anyway, that's the only thing they put me on. And then I found out that there was a pulmonary hypertension clinic here that had just been started from a friend of mine. Because when I finally got a diagnosis, she said, I think I know someone who's doing a clinic on that. So I went to her. She was awesome. She put me on triple therapy. I had to retire. I couldn't keep working. And I've been pretty stable ever since. I have, like you said earlier, good days and bad days.
Good days and bad
days. Days where I can do things, days where I can't. And sometimes it's a fine line. I try to explain to my kids that it's a fine line between I need to push myself, but I can't push myself too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up doing a lot of things that I want to do, but then I pay for it after I'm tired for a day or 2 or 3 or 4.
That makes
But
sense.
but I'm just trying to live my life the best I can. I've had a lot of trauma the last few years because my husband committed suicide in the middle of all this. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to recover and learn how to be alone,
Yeah. That's a lot. And we are thankful, and just know we are sending you just love and
Thank you.
positive energy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. What was your occupation that you retired?
I worked in the billing department of a cancer center.
Okay. All right. So treatment regimen.
Yes.
What they found, the triple therapies, were there specific things, and then like oxygen and different things like that? What was that process like for you? Because it's different for everyone.
Well, I was really having trouble with the oxygen. So my PH doctor told me, just stay on it all the time and stay on what you need. So I finally got that kind of squared away, and I was able to get things that I could take to work and stuff. But then I knew that I was going to have to retire. So I was able to work part-time. I went on FMLA and I was able to work part-time, but I retired in November, and I had been diagnosed in January. I don't know, January, February, I can't remember the exact date, but yeah, so I had to change everything. I had to quit working. I had to go on Cobra, and my husband wasn't well, and there was just a lot going on. But overall, I think I've done pretty well. I'm on, do you need to know what drugs I'm on?
If you want to share,
Sure.
you're welcome to. It's up to you.
I got no problem with that. So I'm on sildenafil, Lateris, and a study drug that is like Tyvaso, but it's in a powder form rather than a mist form.
Okay.
And
And
so I've been on that study drug for about 4 years, and it's been very effective for me.
wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. So, your support system, what does that look like?
Oh, I have kids and grandkids, and they're
You
awesome.
gotta tell me how many. I don't have
Oh,
grandchildren, but I
oh
want them one
gosh,
day.
they're the bomb. They really are. I have 8, 3 older ones, and then the rest are little ones, and they live here. Well, little, I say the oldest one is like 13, and then they go down to like 5. And so they're a blast. They really are. And my kids have been so supportive to me. So, and my husband's family, because we had all known each other forever. He came from a big family, and I told someone it was like marrying a bunch of friends, because it really was. They were awesome, and they're still awesome to me. They help me, and they take me to lunch, and yeah, they're awesome.
Oh
So
my,
I'm extremely lucky in that way. And I have, family around, and my sister lives in the States. She doesn't live here in town, but she lives in the States. So I see her, and, I feel very blessed that I'm still here.
yes, yes. Wonderful. When you think about your PH journey, what is your hope for the future for the PH community? Because it seems that if you're really not a part of the community, you don't understand the community. And I
No,
don't know if
no,
it's just me, but do you find that as well? I think it's a very unique community.
absolutely. And yeah, and people are just, really freaked out by oxygen. And actually, if I moved to lower altitude, I probably would do a lot better, but this is my home, and I don't want to move. My daughter lives in Dallas, and she has wanted me to go down there, and I'm just like, I can't. I can't. I'm a New Mexican through and through, so I don't want to move.
It was at your hometown?
Albuquerque is not my hometown, but the state. I was born in New Mexico. Yeah.
Ah, so that's why you said you're not going anywhere.
No, ma'am, I got roots. Long roots, and so did my husband's family. So yeah.
I love it. Our
Until they have to carry me out, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I've seen pictures. I've never been, but it seems like a beautiful place to be. So
It is. It's nice. We don't have hurricanes.
okay, I'm not gonna comment, but I can understand why you say I'm in Nashville. Sometimes we get some interesting weather, but I'm originally
Oh,
from Chicago, so
are you?
interesting weather.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Chicago is cold.
Very cold, very cold. I want to switch a little gears a little bit. Our mantra at RBW PH Awareness Group is awareness, empowerment, and hope. Together, we can make a difference. When you hear that mantra, what does it bring to mind for you?
Just exactly what it says, that, this is not an easy disease. So the more we can make people understand what we're going through and how it feels to us, because we don't always look sick. And so, sometimes people think you're putting on or something. I have never personally had that happen to me, but I have in my PH group, support group that I go to. One lady had a woman tell her little granddaughter, see, that's what you get when you smoke.
Oh my goodness.
And I said, well, did you say I never smoked? And she said, no, I just left it. So it's that kind of stuff, that I hate to see happening. And hope, I hope for a cure.
Yeah.
If not for me, because I'm already older, I'm retired and older, and I have kids and grandkids and even one great grandchild. So yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping for a cure, and I'm more than happy to participate in the study that I'm in, because I feel that drug has really given me a boost.
Beautiful, beautiful. Are there any words of encouragement that you may have for me as I continue my journey on the road to?
Oh, no, just thank you so much for doing this. I really admire people who can get out there and do something. So I'm thankful to folks like you, and anything, any little thing I can do, I want to do it because this is my community, you
Yeah.
know, and people don't understand it.
Mhm.
Even my close friends, I'm constantly, educating them on how I feel. But everyone has been good to me, and they'll help me travel, they'll help me do things. So I'm really fortunate, and I know that.
I love it. I love it. So thank you again for
Oh,
being
you're very
here
welcome.
with me. And you're stuck with me now. I'm going to check on you. And I'll
Yay! I always need another friend. That's great. It was so wonderful to talk to you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. And for our viewers tuning in today, please share this message as we continue our journey to share the voices of pulmonary hypertension, but we are increasing awareness of pulmonary hypertension. And we all have hope that one day there will be a cure. Thank you again,
Yes,
Donna.
ma'am.
And
Yes,
until next time, I am Dr. Catherine Y. Brown, your host, and keep following my journey.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening.
Oh, thank you, Donna.